Oh, we're starting with Mario Kart gameplay. I forgot Mario Kart. I want to see what's up with the Mario Kart. It looked cool. I don't see other racers. That looked like he was driving onto the track, like he was entering the track from an off-road. I love me some Mario Kart. I never got the DLCs for 8 Deluxe, but the original game, pretty great. Donkey Kong, original DK inspired. Inspired? What the fuck is wrong with the inspired map? Hoping the motion controls are better. Yeah. I mean, it's gyro, so there's not much they can do to make it better. Gyro technology is at... You just hop onto a... Is he wall jumping? You could be a cow! What? What am I seeing right now? Waluigi. Mario Kart World. Okay. That looks amazing.
Hello everyone. I'm Koichi.
I knew they weren't going to call it Mario Kart 10.
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director.
Well, they had gyro and accelerometer. They already do have accelerometer, because if you hook a Switch Joy-Con to, like, Dolphin Emulator, there's still accelerometer settings. It'd just be nice if they had, like, sensor bar support for people who have a sensor bar, so you could do those pointer controls. Okay, I'm going to turn this slightly up now. I want to hear this. Mario Kart World, that looks amazing.
Entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various
Moo Meadow?
that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
See, this looks like they're not in a race right there. Also, 24 racers.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually.
Yeah! I knew it! I was right!
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Oh my god.
Don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
Oh my god.
Introducing Knockout Tour.
I cannot wait. I would love Switch 2 Lite.
Non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
I would love if they talked about a Switch 2 Lite. Or at least if they make one within a year or two. Because my wife loves her Switch Lite.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Elimination mode!
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
This looks awesome. Does that mean that Pokemon needs a dating sim? No. No. It doesn't need to compete with Pal World. It's been winning for over 30 years almost. I think next year is their 30th anniversary. My mind is just boggly blown.
And even take photos together at different locations.
I was just about to be like, there's a photo mode, but I don't need to overhype everything. I don't care about photo. Every game has a photo mode these days. Dinosaurs! That I am gonna hype! You can't overhype dinosaurs.
The entire world starts here. Mario Kart.
I want this on launch.
The game launches
Available
on the
same day.
as
There better be a bundle.
More details about this title
Ooh.
will be shared in an upcoming
Oh my god, just
World
2
Direct.
weeks away?
So be on the lookout
I
for
gotta
more information.
watch another Direct in 2 weeks? At 9 AM again!
Mario Kart smart world launches on the same day
Power
as
Sony's
Nintendo
current answer
Switch
to
2.
Pokemon, though. Yeah, but they got
We'll share more
sued
details in the
until they
future, so we
stopped
hope you're looking forward to it.
copying their patent, so it's not really much of a competitor.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new
It's a very different
Switch 2.
style of gameplay. The only similarity is that you
These
catch
are the
creatures.
Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Joy-Con 2.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
People were right, it is a C button.
Let's take a
I
look
never
at some
cared
new
because
experiences it offers.
I don't care what it's called, just show us what it is. I want to see what it is. See, it was a Pokeball? Exactly. They got rid of the ball, and that was the only thing that mattered to Nintendo.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
The auto
That was you.
desync.
So quick.
Is that Discord on the Switch while you're playing?
No.
Nix, I'm coming for you. Come on, go.
Hold on, you don't get to just glaze over that. Was that Discord on the Switch while you're gaming?
A new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
No, it just looks like exactly like Discord. That's actually really cool.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
I really like the look of that because it looks just like Discord.
While using the game chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? Alright, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even
Okay,
from a
if
distance.
anyone is gonna go on a voice chat on the Switch,
let's make a left right here. Let's make a
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
for the love of God, if you're gonna do this, use headset with the mic.
And you can use
Don't
this
use the
feature in
built-in mic,
handheld
it's
mode
never
too,
gonna
so you
sound
can
good.
Easily chat with friends and family. If you
Screen sharing!
turn on game screen sharing,
Good job. There we go.
you can also share your game
At 4 FPS!
Go on top of that dinosaur.
Really?
They can do that?
You can do it. You guys just did it. Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
I'm not gonna judge too hard on the screen share running super slow. It's trying to share 4 screens of while running the
chat
game,
to your heart's
but
content, even while playing
oof.
different games.
Please tell me that's customizable.
I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute. So cute.
Is the audio slightly desynced? Is that on the stream or is that... Did mine just desync the audio at some point? I'm gonna refresh the page real quick just to make sure that's not a
Or
me
expand
thing.
another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that.
Or it refuses to refresh when I press the button, so
It's like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little.
it's fine.
So everyone can watch them play.
Hope they don't moderate VC. I doubt they are, because I don't see how they could.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
This seems to... Because this doesn't seem to just be you join an online game and you can just voice chat with anyone. This looks like it's like a party system.
With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Okay, C is the chat button.
Actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And
Camera!
by connecting this camera to the system,
Hey.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Might it be better WeChat?
Hi.
I never did WeChat. We had the Wii mic, but we only used it for the Wii Jeopardy, where you can record a victory sound, and it just always sounds like...
here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
Alright, that's pretty neat. I like that.
Can you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Okay, for Mario Party, that's kind of awesome. I love that. I think that's awesome.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play
It's
games and hang
USB,
out as if
probably.
you
It's
were
probably
together
going to
in
just
the
plug in a
same
USB
room.
port. So does it have to be the
Play
Switch 2
together
camera, or can you
or
just
compete in online
yoink any
multiplayer
camera in there?
games. personal favorites. Decide your own rules for
Yeah, this is cool.
game competition.
They could have done Discord integration, and they chose to do their own version of it, and I can respect that.
All together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
What did you think?
That was pretty cool.
In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online.
Nobody was right about what the C button was going to be.
with family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera.
Nintendo Switch 2 camera. That's neat. Oh, that plugs in the top through the other USB-C.
A Nintendo
So
Switch
it's
Online
USB-C, not
is
USB.
required to use Game Chat.
Oh, you need Switch Online.
Since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
Okay, that's 2020. I was going to say ends March 31st.
Supports the Nintendo Switch
That's 2 days ago.
Controls app, and different
So they're not getting rid of Switch Online.
For example,
I saw some people
whether
saying
permission is always
that they were
required,
thinking they were
child
going to get rid of
wants to
Switch
use Game
Online
Chat
for
to play
this,
with their
but
friends.
no. I mean, Switch on. It's only $20 a year,
I'd like
as
to
opposed to
introduce another
60
new
for the other
experience
ones.
you can share with family and friends.
Another one.
On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown here,
Like with the DS, you could do that on the DS.
played if one person owns
The Switch Lite. You could use the Switch Lite as a controller.
temporarily share
That's what I was talking about.
You also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
That's not exactly what I was talking
Game
about,
Share
but
also supports
that's still
online
awesome.
play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse games.
That's still pretty cool. I'm happy about that. We haven't had that on a home console, I don't believe.
Is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next,
God,
we'd
the
love to
audio is
show
so
you
delayed.
the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Okay.
Please take a look.
That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Stop messing up.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's
Why are
how
you
that
doing that? There we
compares to Nintendo Switch. The
Okay.
system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch,
I think they'll
you
call
can
their
enjoy games
next
in
non-Switch
greater
system.
detail
I don't know if they're
than
ever going to
1080p
make a
screen.
non-Switch. It is 1080p on the actual console. Let's go.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light
Ooh,
and dark
HDR,
areas of
nice.
the images.
So it's probably not OLED.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the
Here we go.
system.
Switching to this new window of it, since I couldn't refresh the old one. Hopefully this one shouldn't be desynced unless the actual stream is.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con.
I'm never going to play with sideways Joy-Con, but that's cool for people that are.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
I doubt they're going to call it a wiener. Mouse controls!
Each
I
Joy-Con
was
2
right!
can
Everyone
be
knew this.
used as a mouse to play
That's
with
still
multiple
awesome.
games. Both the left and right Joy-Con
Both
2
of them.
support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
That's neat. I don't play in handheld mode that often, but mostly because it's uncomfortable because of how small it is. And I like playing on the TV, but
so your voice will come through clearly.
I'll probably play more on 3D audio.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all
Oh?
around you.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
There we go. 2 USB-C. Yeah, you showed the
In
camera
addition
plugging
to
into the
USB-C
top one
port
earlier.
found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
So we were right that it is going to be for
It's handy
accessories.
for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Can you plug both chargers in and charge it faster? And by that, I mean
Nintendo
explode
Switch 2
your
comes
Switch.
with 2
I was right, 256, let's go!
8 times that of Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
Storing your game
my
down
random
is
storage
safe
prediction was
and
right!
secure.
I'm a genius!
Reading and writing data is also faster.
30 surround sound on my computer headphones. I use it. It disables every time I open my computer, so I have to reset it up.
To connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible.
It is 4K, okay. I didn't think they would do that.
Also supported in TV mode.
I have a 4K TV, so that will work for... I'm not going to complain about it. I just wasn't expecting it. I thought they'd just go for
The Nintendo
1080p
Switch
and make
2
it
dock
run
has
as
a
good
built-in
as
fan
possible.
that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
The console has a fan. Compatible Switch game. Are we going to hear more about this? Is it just
You can
stuff
play
that
Nintendo
has the
Switch
IR
2
sensor?
games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Explain what
Physical and
compatible
digital
means.
games are supported.
Also, the back of it is a little bit bulkier, it looks like, which I'm fine with. Just so I knows. You're not going to tell us what compatible means, are you?
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
Good thing about Logitech, they save your profile for it. It's not a profile with my headphones, it's the actual Windows settings, because these don't have built-in surround. I have to use the Windows surround, and Windows just resets the settings.
This game.
This
Mr.
game?
Kawamoto.
Hardware showcase?
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
What?
This is
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
This is going to be built in.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
If we have to pay for this, I'm actually going to riot.
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
This is
There are
what
a
made
lot of
the
question mark icons here. Let's
Astro
examine them.
bot, not the game, but the demo on the
This
PS5
sign
so
reads,
cool.
Where are the magnets? The Joy-Con 2
Being able to
controllers
interact
attached to
with
system
the
with
console
magnets.
in game so it
And
can
the
show it off
magnets
is
are
awesome.
inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2
Logitech has
are
surround
made
built
of
into the
metal,
hub on computer.
so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
I would never get Logitech headphones just because I hate Logitech
Through
stuff
examining
in
signs like
general.
these, you can discover all sorts
Their
of
mice
secrets
are
about Nintendo
terrible.
Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the
Yes!
gyroscopes, you can
A
even
Wii Play style game showcasing the mouse controls! I'm a god!
by rotating the
I am the
Joy-Con 2.
biggest god at predictions!
By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes,
Oh my god.
things like this
The
are
Nintendo
possible.
Switch 2 has Golf It.
There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
This game costs money!
I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Bigger
This
cartridges?
is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Okay, they're red, so you can distinguish them.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
Micro SD
There are different types
Express.
of SD card, and and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
I guess that's fair. You want it to be a set speed.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games,
Why is that text flashing?
and more. We're also
Ooh, new Pro
releasing a
controller.
new Pro controller. It has a C button.
I don't know how I feel about the triggers
On the
being
back,
a
there are
different
new
color.
GL and GR buttons, which
GL
you can
and
use to
GR.
assign existing button controls.
Oh,
In addition,
yeah.
an audio jack has been
I
added.
hate back paddles
We've
for that
introduced
shit.
a few new features,
Why people have
and
trouble
after
with their
today's
Switch
presentation,
controllers using
the official
magnetization because they were
Nintendo
done with the
Switch 2
controllers.
website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website. where
Yeah,
the
that's probably gonna happen
development
to some
of the
people.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Not to
We
casual
hope you'll
users,
check
though.
that out as well.
I feel like you'd have to try to
And
make
now,
that happen.
the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Launch date? May, I think, is the
Nintendo
rumor.
Switch
I was
2
thinking June.
launches on June 5th.
It popped up as I was saying that. Now it looks like I was just reading that. I was gonna say June.
Experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Well, I was right.
Broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
3 types of games.
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Scarlet and Violet. Are those gonna run better?
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third
Switch 2 edition.
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to
Oh,
play on Switch 2,
no.
and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario.
What does this mean, though? What are you doing with the Switch 2 edition? Do we have to buy them again? Is it like pay $10 for an upgrade or something like that? I know the PS5 does that sometimes.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base
Why is
game and
Xbox controller
adds new
considered more ergonomic than
features,
PlayStation?
including
Because the PlayStation controller layout sucks. Both sticks on bottom is stupid.
audio recognition,
Although the PS5 is a lot more comfortable than any of the other PlayStation controllers because it's bigger.
and gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
But both control sticks on bottom is dumb, and that's why Xbox is considered more ergonomic. They're also considered cheaper because they're made out of cheap, thin plastic, and their internals are garbage.
You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage
that's-
2. Hit blocks to collect the most coins. Guide an RC car with your voice. Go! And compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on
It's
the
kind of dumb,
World
but it's like,
Coaster.
it's dumb in a
The
fun
safety
way.
bar lowered and secured. You're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the
Seems like
bumps and
automatically go
rumbles
to
of
the both
coaster.
thumbs on the bottom.
When you enter a pipe, a mini game will begin.
I mean, it's not
There's a
unusable, it's just...
bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm.
I feel like the only reason they're
One
still
player
doing that
shake
is
a can of
because
spray paint and quickly
that's how
grab
they've always done it,
objects.
and they're too
Enjoy
stubborn
the
to
thrill
switch
of
it to
these
the
intuitive mini
right
games.
way.
How quickly can you reach the station? From mini games that use a camera,
I think the Switch Pro controller is the most comfortable of any of the
mouse
3
controls,
newest
and
controllers.
rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo
Okay, but
Switch 2, July
how do we
24th.
distinct this between the original? Is
Nintendo
Okay, it is an
Switch 2
upgrade.
Players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay. Slightly disappointed. I would have liked it if we could just play the older games and them have the enhancements. Does this mean Scarlet and Violet aren't going to run any better? Because I think those ran bad internally, not because of the Switch itself. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Edition.
Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears
Can we
of the
bundle them
Kingdom
together?
feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image
I
more
mean,
vibrant,
I liked Tears of the
so
Kingdom.
you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus,
Zelda notes.
you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
What?
This new feature can be
Oh,
accessed
on the
via
app.
the Nintendo Switch app on smart
What?
devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed.
Download the Nintendo Switch app, and in Breath of the Wild you can get a GPS.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
Okay, that's kind of... I like that one, actually. That's cool. Sharing your custom builds in Tears of the Kingdom. I like that.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
But how much are the upgrades? Kirby! I started this game and I never finished it.
You'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive.
It's probably the best
to
Kirby
Nintendo
game they've
Switch
ever
2
made.
edition, along with improved graphics and frame rate.
Miyazaki, please release your childhood tomboy friend dating simulator. No!
This
Stop
story takes
it!
place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
So the
We hope you're looking forward
The
to
Switch
Kirby
2 editions of these games are having extra content you can't get on the Switch 1, so... It's like DLC.
4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
People were right about this one. Which means I'm actually going to have to buy all these games twice, because I'm going to have to get a physical copy for each console for my collection.
Intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in
4K 60 FPS. Is it actually going to run 60 FPS?
in full HD at 120.
120! It supports 120!
Both of which support
Alright, now we're talking.
based on
1080p 120, that might be what I go with.
Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
That actually does
Taking
look a
advantage
little
of the
bit
power
better
of
than the
Switch 2,
it's
you can
looked in all
enjoy
the other
adventure in
showcases.
Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Is Nintendo getting on Game Freak about making their games run
Nintendo
well?
Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital.
Give it to us with Scarlet and Violet. I want them to run well.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game,
Okay, upgrade
you can
pack.
play
I
the
just want to know
Nintendo
how
Switch
much it
2
is. If it's
edition
$10,
using
that's
an upgrade
fine.
pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2
You're not
edition
gonna say.
games.
Is it gonna be different per game? Is it gonna be valued
Next,
per
I'd
game?
like to introduce a brand new game
They
featuring
made
mouse
Samus
controls
thick.
with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Seek help.
Please take a look.
I didn't even hear what he just said. Something about Joy-Con 2 controllers. Oh, mouse mode. Awesome. Wheelchair Sam! Are they using wheelchairs to show off their double mouse mode? I was wondering how they were gonna make use out of two mice, and the answer is wheelchairs. Guys, you can push a wheelchair with it. Oh my god. Nintendo never fails to choose the funniest option. Wheelchair basketball. Jesus Christ. They could not do anything funnier. Summer 2025. Okay.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively.
I can't get over the fact that to show 2 mice, they're using
Hope you're looking forward
wheelchairs.
to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Japan is built different. Elden Ring, I was right.
The lands between. This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you?
And everyone knew this was already coming to the Switch 2, but
That guide you.
feels good.
Burden.
You win, Nintendo. I'll play Elden Ring again.
I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Tarnished Edition. Okay. 2025. No release date,
Hey, I'm Greg Cassapo
so it
from
might not be
Supergiant
at
Games.
launch.
Here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, no.
Our first ever
No
sequel
one's surprised
introduces
about
the
that.
Princess of the Dead,
I don't care about
an
Hades,
immortal
though.
witch out to vanquish the sinister titan of time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory.
I was saying in the hopes and expectations, how are they going to show off 2 mice working at once? I don't know what you could possibly do with that.
Later this year.
And their answer is you can push a wheelchair.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルはストリート
Never changed, Nintendo.
本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。
Motion controls in Street
通
Fighter.
常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージョン。
Is that supposed to be Street Fighter 6 or did that say Street Fighter G?
スイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
I'm assuming it's a 6. I don't play fighting games though. My wife does. She's gonna be happy.
At normal levels. Testing data link with spawn. Normal. Commencing launch. After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated.
Mecha anime game.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale.
Sure.
Or buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
This planet.
Will you stop talking about Samus's butt in the chat?
The sovereign axiom
Get help right now.
has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you.
I'll tear you apart!
All children.
Damn
bring
it, Ex
hope to
Machina.
our
Okay.
lives. Don't they?
The game they showed for like 4 years leading up to the Switch.
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories.
Didn't nobody like
It's up
this
to
game,
you
though?
and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this. If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one.
I mean, graphically, it's pretty.
But of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform.
Well, really? We're getting a new Madden game? Madden's coming, guys.
Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding World like never before. And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the
Mouse
enhanced
controls in
magic when
Hogwarts Legacy?
launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that Mike supposed
Oh, that makes sense. I've never played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but I've heard people seem to love these games. I was more of a Skate 3 kid. Jumping off of high points and breaking all the bones in my body. SpongeBob! A few moments later. SpongeBob collab with Tony Hawk.
We are bringing our flagship title,
Hitman.
Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses.
Why does this man have a barcode tattooed to his bald head?
Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
You just assassinated that man with a banana peel.
Excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
James Bond coming to Hitman. No, that's a separate game. That was such a smooth transition. I thought they were still talking about the same game.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default.
Bravely Default. Just another chibi anime RPG. Not for me. Maybe for my wife.
Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements.
I'm not big on RPGs in the first place.
With unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。
ヤクザ。
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は任天堂スイッチ2の発売と同じ日です。
Yakuza 0 launch title for Switch 2? Okay.
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Koei Tecmo and Nintendo. What are you cooking?
When the Zonai, who descended from the
Zelda?
joined hands with the Hylians, who
Koei
dwelled on the
Tecmo, isn't that the company that makes the Warriors game? They're not making another Zelda Warriors, are they?
But in time,
I still haven't played either of the original ones.
a war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the imprisoning war.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Or just a game where you play as Zelda?
So that's Hyrule Castle?
A prequel to Tears of the Kingdom.
Must mean this really is the past.
Nope, it's definitely a Warriors game. It's not a game where you play as Zelda. They goofed us! They tricked us! We've been gaffed! They're turning Zelda into a mecha anime. No, it's fine. I never played the Hyrule Warriors game, so I don't know if it's any good. But a third one! Coming this winter.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You
No,
can
Switch
continue to
Online?
enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
New benefits for the expansion pack. Okay. GameCube!
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the
I love the GameCube.
a Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda?
Pirates!
Transcending history and the world. A tale of souls and swords eternally
Well, that's one way to convince my wife.
3D, weapons-based fighting game. Each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray.
She loves Soul Calibur.
Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races.
Never played the GameCube F-Zero. The one on the Nintendo 64 was really fun, though.
Get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally.
Online multiplayer for the local co-op. GameCube.
With clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
And it's the GameCube version of Wind Waker. It's not the bad Wii U version.
Each title and customize them to your liking.
It's not full of bloom.
More titles will be added in the future.
Pokemon, Mario, Luigi. More Pokemon.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics,
With the Switch 2,
exclusive
okay.
game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack launches the
Alright,
same day
Nintendo.
as the hardware's release.
You drive a hard bargain.
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also
And
be
you can play
released.
them on a GameCube controller.
Connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access game chat. The
Wait.
Nintendo GameCube controller.
I want to rewind, but it's the live stream. They added a ZL button,
Same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
but it's tiny. Why didn't they just make it the same size as the other Z button?
Or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking
Okay.
forward to
Original Wind Waker on Switch. You got me, Nintendo.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Alright, more games. You don't need to keep convincing me. Is that Undertale? Deltarune. I'm gonna do a playthrough of Undertale, but I don't think I'm gonna do a playthrough of Deltarune for the channel because I played Chapter 1 when it came out for free, and I thought it was really dumb. I did not like Deltarune at all. Maybe I'll play it. We'll see. That was like 6 years ago. Maybe I was wrong. Launch day.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Borderlands, okay.
Our upcoming flagship
Never cared about Borderlands. The gameplay's fine, but I really don't like the art style.
loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and
I hate comic books.
We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing
Civ
the
7,
Nintendo
okay.
Switch 2
I really
edition
don't care
of
about
Sid
this.
Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2.
I like how the devs just admitted that this game doesn't work for consoles. They're like, yeah, you can use the mouse to play it like it's an actual game it's meant to be played.
Have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for
I guess the audio is just slightly
WWE 2K.
desynced.
It's coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
WWE 2K.
NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
Does anyone that plays sports games care about 2K anymore? Pirates?
Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation.
Doesn't look like pirates.
Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! Nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker.
Nintendo, your stream is kind of frozen.
Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
That's not on my end, is it? Why can't I refresh the page, Nintendo? No, I'm gonna pull it back up real quick. Hopefully that's not on my end. Nope, that's on their end. Nintendo! What are you doing? Or at least they're still showing this same game that doesn't look that interested. Wait, no! What's happening? You're changing to something new and I can't see it.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
What do you mean first look? I can't see it.
Countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded.
That better not be on my end. No, I refreshed it twice. I don't think that's my Nintendo! It's 2025! Oh, there it is. Civ 7 again? Wait, no. Nintendo! This is the same footage you just showed. You like rolled back your video footage.
Hello, my name
But the audio is still where it's
We are
supposed to be.
delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an
Cyberpunk, okay.
open-world
They're
action
talking about
RPG
Cyberpunk.
set in
They're not showing Cyberpunk, but they're
Thanks to
talking about
Nintendo
it.
Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to
Well, it's good to know even a big company like Nintendo can have stream trouble. It's not just me!
こんにちは、スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイク
Final Fantasy, I think he just said? I don't really care about Final Fantasy, because again, Japanese
3部
RPGs.
作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する
Cannot wait to see all the reactions of people getting to this part.
リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Now this looks like it's caught up to where it's supposed to be. They're doing like highlight reel music. $2025. You can't just casually drop a release here like that. You can't casually do that for Silksong. Not when people have been begging in every live stream for a release date for the past like 6 years. Actually, no, that's the funnier option, so I respect that, Nintendo. Drop it in the highlight reel. It's one of the ugliest main character designs I've ever seen in my life. Alright. 90% of the stuff they show in the highlight reels never do anything for me. Tomagachi Plaza. And is that the end? Have we been going for an hour? It's been 52 minutes.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next
Yes,
game
you
will
have.
be the last from our publishing and development partners.
This is the last
Please
game?
take a look.
It's gonna be big. Looks creepy. Is this Resident Evil? That's my first guess. That's my go-to horror.
I give you
This doesn't look like Resident Evil.
my blood. I give you my life. Turn
What is?
and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
They're lingering on that symbol. I don't know what that means. From Software! Okay, it's not quite gothic. It's like gothic adjacent. So it's not Bloodborne. Don't get your hopes up, you idiots. But what is this? It's obviously a brand new game. Jetpack! What the hell? That was oddly silly. Ew. Vampire Dark Souls? That's the creepiest bastard I have ever seen in my life.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Vampire Dark Souls. Dinosaur! Dinosaur! I'll play this just to be a dinosaur.
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Duskbloods. Okay. Interesting. What is this? Hyper-realistic rant with raven wings. 2026. Only on Switch 2. Switch 2 exclusive by FromSoft? Not even on PC? Not even on PlayStation? That's surprising. They've only done PlayStation exclusives before.
Where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details.
Miyazaki!
So please check it out when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development partners.
It's the last game. Is there anything?
As well as our publishing and
Is there one more thing this time?
who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay, there is more stuff. Just nothing from your partners and developers. I'm following this star like a cat follows a laser pointer right now. Kirby! I wanted to say Kirby, but the star was gray. Is this a cheeky Smash Bros. Announcement? They always start it with Kirby. I doubt they're making a new game. They just showed off the Forgotten Land again. Turbo Engine Kirby racing game? I'm just making wild guesses until you show us what this is. Beautiful, that's what it is. Looks like a Kirby racing game. Kirby Air Ride. Air Ride Urs. Finally making a sequel to the GameCube game. Directed by Sakurai. I mean, no one's surprised by that. He made Kirby.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game.
So is the original Air Ride going to come to the Switch Online GameCube thing?
Directed by Masahiro Sakurai. Next is our last trailer for today. Please
Last trailer. It's going to be big. It's back to just Nintendo stuff. What's Nintendo show? What the hell is this? What am I looking at? Monkeys! Trying to look for clues to what this is. Donkey Kong? He's in shadow. Are they showing? That is the new Donkey Kong that they showed in the Mario Kart thing. People, oh. He is shiny. Donkey Kong adventure game? What the? Donkey Kong is pissed. Maybe you heard that he was voiced by Seth Rogen in the movie. I'd be pissed. Okay, I've never really played a Donkey Kong game before, but this does look pretty cool. Interesting, they didn't show a Mario game. They're going with Donkey Kong. Bonanza! It's a good name. I like that. July 17th? Okay.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies,
3D adventure
walls,
Donkey Kong game. That's pretty cool.
the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive
This
underground
actually looks
world.
really fun.
More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
So far, that makes it sound like it's not over.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2.
Yep, June 5th. I was right. It's June, not May.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Ooh, options.
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2.
Price?
As well as a bundle that includes a digital
Mario
version of
Kart.
Mario Kart
Ooh,
World.
digital. If it was a physical copy, I'd get it.
For more
I
details,
want digital
please
bundle.
check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which
We're gonna
goes
get the
live
price before
later
you
today.
stop. Price?
We
$400.
covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
That's all. What do you mean?
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience
But the prize!
Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
How much money are you taking from us? Okay, no price. I don't care about Nintendo Treehouse. Okay, that was a lot of information. That was a lot of awesome stuff. But they didn't announce the prize. 2 months away, and I don't know how much I need to save up. Is it $400? Is it $450? Please don't be $500. Also, it's a little bit disappointing that I was saying at the start, Mario Kart bundle better come, but it's digital copy. I want a physical copy of Mario Kart. I like physical games. Gonna have to make Alex watch the whole thing, the whole presentation, because there was a lot of stuff here. I was right about several things. I am a god. No, that was awesome. Mario Kart, awesome. Everything else, awesome. I don't need to recap everything because I gave opinions as we went along. So if you just skip to the end, go back and watch the video. You idiot. I'm not going to sit here and waste too much time. That was really good, though. They showed a lot of awesome stuff. That Donkey Kong game does look amazing. I'm just disappointed that we didn't see the price. That's all I wanted. That was the number one thing I wanted to see. I wanted to know how much it would cost. Number 1 price, number 2 release date. Everything else. At least we got a release date of June 5th. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.